It has been 3 years since we have played Genshin Impact, but we are finally back and picking up where we left off, and that is very far back. We are doing the Chapter 3, Act 4 Archon quest for Sumeru, I do believe. Entrusted by Isaac, a resident of the Aru Village, you and Sino begin looking for clues about the village keepers. Now, I've completely forgot the story. Hello, Zhongli.
Don't
But
rush.
hopefully I can get my bearings with it again.
Excuse me.
And see,
Did you happen to
Paimon,
see
we're
where
back
the missing
together.
scholars went?
You
Been
mean
a
the
long
village
time.
keepers? Oh, let me think.
No, you think on
I
that,
was
I'll
eating
take a bit of
dinner
coffee.
the other day. I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
No, they're probably tripping out their box
okay.
in the desert then.
Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
He's hiding something. Sino, what do you think? Ask the locals for information, yeah, or ask about... See if there are any more about... Hello! Giving out free Mora for anyone that answers my questions. What about you, my lady?
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
I can assure you he's not.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Okay,
But
that's
honestly,
understandable.
I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right?
Oh.
He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes.
So they're
He happened to be
making
staying
doubles
near
of
my
people?
house that
Because
day
I
and was
remember there
doing
was a
something with his
Fatui
hands on the
that
ground.
ended up turning up
It still feels
in
pretty
Sumeru.
surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
We gotta get our detective hat on. And also our thinking hat on as well, because we gotta try and get it all back. Hey, look at No!
Why are we still here?
Gone too soon.
suffer.
What'd you say to the cat? He jumped. He sees Zhongli and he was like, nah, I'm out of here. Ta-ta. Jabari? Hello?
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while.
Yes,
The last
it has.
time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them.
What? Oh,
And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough Mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
The stress of
thank
having a
you.
wife, huh?
Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Something along them lines.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Oh,
I've known you
lovely.
since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
I know he didn't invite us, but free
Wow,
food
what
is
a
free
nice
food.
guy.
Yeah, that's of course
Okay.
Paimon's gonna say that.
Thank you, sir.
We both figure like, huh? What's wrong, Sano? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
I try, but I've got Paimon next to me. King the Street and the Free Mag... Oh, yeah, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. What do you think? He's putting something in the food that's causing people to go crazy? That's the only thing I think would catch him off guard.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods.
Someone's
Still,
trying to summon
you say
someone.
he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Yeah, you got any
Haven't
photos?
you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
No, Grandpa.
Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Probably not,
Exactly.
mate.
Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Otherwise, we gonna kick your ass,
Who
boy.
are you? Where did you come from?
Like Batman
My
swooped in.
patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Whoa! Anubis, hello, Sino.
Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Interesting, I ponder upon this.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the Akademiya. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be a good thing if he ends up returning.
Once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it.
Go.
At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up.
If
just
I
for
remember,
mentioning
there
these
was something
rumors.
of an awakening
If I'm
within one of the
guilty,
pyramids
then everyone else
cutscenes.
around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
The Akademiya is probably the true target of their hatred. And if you would also like to update me on the lore as well in the comments, that'd be much appreciated, because it's going to take me some time to adjust to the lore and get caught back up.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
What
I
are their
have
names,
many
then?
ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages.
Oh, you're going to cut out
So
their
you
tongue?
best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do
Damn.
anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect
And
you.
these nuts.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Well, we'll see about that. Otherwise, we're going to be cutting out your tongues.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, good thing I'm not one of his enemies, huh?
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you to not get on his bad side. So Paimon, don't eat any of his food, alright?
I heard that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra.
A Matra?
The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we could check the scholars' homes. Maybe we'll find something there. Yeah, how about we check the scholars' homes?
Very well.
See if there's any information or books leading.
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I
FBI,
can
open
take
up!
you there. Just follow me.
Got the ambiance kicking in. This would be a good idea to see if we got any information or books that we need to see within inside of their house. Is that Stonks I see on my minimap?
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and
Granddad
then,
seems very relaxed.
he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Oh, Isak's not going to know too much different or know much difference because he is quite a young kid. Hold on, let me reply to Dan quickly. There we go. Oh, he's not here at the moment.
Much here.
What's that smell? Paimon, are you fired? Sino, did you catch a faint whiff of that incense? Is that what you're calling Paimon's farts nowadays?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Oh, that's the one that knocked us out cold, if I remember correctly. It was in the cave. It's definitely that
But
one.
Are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
No, I'm
There's a
totally
scent
fine.
that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tighnari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
And we didn't listen
So,
to him at all.
You know Tighnari?
We do indeed.
You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes.
How are you?
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tighnari didn't lecture you too.
He probably
No.
didn't.
No need.
I can't handle this scent very well. Oh, come on, traveler.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tighnari's house?
No, it was in the forest where a scholar was meditating. Yeah, and then they had them, like, squishy creatures all around.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Let's keep looking for more clues. It'll be more efficient if we split up. No. Let's look for more clues. We'll stay together as a group. We don't want to be separating. Look for clues nearby. Well, if this is where your granddad normally hangs out, there's got to be something... Oh, observe the good. These are all daily necessities. Okay. Nothing from there. Observe the tent. Looks like someone has been living in here this entire time. Well, it can't be very comfortable on the floor, huh? What other clues have we got? Isaac, have you picked up anything? Any clues, Batman?
Where did Grandpa go? Please come home, Grandpa.
Oh, we'll make sure he gets home safe and sound. We can cure this incense. Oh. There's footprints on the floor, so his granddad must have wandered off somewhere.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
You don't see the footprints on the floor?
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here.
What size feet has he got?
In the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village.
His
The
granddad?
scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in that direction.
You mean someone else has been
But
here?
who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
Oh, shit.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away? So what happened? They were giving out candy or something?
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
You get lured away by food all the time. You fall for that kind of thing all the time, Paimon. We gotta go with the food. Emergency food, Paimon, I remember.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
So they get high
Even deep
in
within
order
the clutches
to,
of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
It might be to resurrect the king.
Are the rumors really true?
That's the only lead we have so far, Paimon.
Did the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's
Most
highly
definitely.
likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
We'll try the
Sounds
best
like
we
we better
can.
help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here.
Okay.
After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
That sounds good to me. Let's head back to the village. And I think it's Doc Trio or something that is the Fatui guy that's responsible for all of this, if I remember correctly. I forgot how stellar the actual soundtrack is. Candace, I am
The
back.
darker fabric definitely looks a lot better.
Yes.
That'd be my choice, too.
That brings more of your eyes out, to be honest.
Candace, we've got a lot to tell you.
Oh, that, damn! She got two different colored eyes. That's
welcome
cool.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
Well,
You
I haven't
bet.
seen these ladies
So,
for a while.
everything goes smoothly?
Not
Reasonably.
really.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
Oh, I forgot about Alhaitham,
seen
the
him at
little
all.
himbo.
Huh.
Oh.
I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
No,
Did you find out anything useful?
If I can remember, I think he's a double agent. Or it seems like it anyway. You tell
I
Candace.
see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
Mm-hmm. Probably into the desert somewhere. Hold on, are them two out and about again?
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it.
Hey, we told these to stay
As far
indoors.
as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
See, this is where our
what should we
Haytham comes
do
in,
then?
and maybe
Do we go back to the Akademiya and search for leads there?
he's the one beyond the
If it
wall
was
that's
any
actually
other
doing
day,
it.
that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip.
Hey, wait, take
Didn't
it.
you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so
I
I know
bet
a
you
thing
do.
or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah,
Why
yeah.
does that name sound
Delavar,
familiar?
the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known
Jabari?
around
We
these
ended up
parts.
talking to him earlier. I feel like I've heard these names somewhere before. Yeah, because we talked to Jabari earlier, you idiot, you
Guys have
absolute
one thing
donut.
in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Akademiya.
Yeah, they were speaking about that earlier.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Oh.
Yeah, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
But, dear, does she notice someone's eavesdropping? Huh? Dia's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet for now, or maybe she's flirting. No.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head out.
Even
now,
though we're
hold
probably going to
on.
be
You're
tailed.
staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
She does, though, doesn't she? Yeah, I'm gonna question that. I
need to
remember
go
her
around
being
and ask some
badass.
questions. But it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Unbelievable.
Fine.
Good.
We're going
then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Ribat with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Because they're aware that he was eavesdropping. And that's why she wanted to lay out the plan loudly so everyone could hear. Go to Caravan Ribat. That is over this way. Come on, let's get over there. Hello, hello. The voice guy. I'm looking for a caravan.
Here we are again.
Sounds
What do you
like
mean
you're
again? I
starting
gotta
to get
remember this
familiar
place
with
by
the
heart.
area.
Well, a little bit.
Paimon's
Oh, she's got like some sort of
every time we see the wall of Samiel.
Yu-Gi-Oh pentagram
How
on
can
it.
a
Or
wall
like,
this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what
Wow.
you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
are you that's not a wall, that's a goddamn mountain.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
Like us?
Sumeru
Damn.
is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
Well,
Even
that's
if
gonna
a
have
child
to
from
change,
the
isn't
desert
it?
got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The Akademiya believes we're underserving.
They were the little set pieces that they had on them.
Geniuses like
each other,
Satari
didn't
are
they?
a 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the Akademiya knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Well, I think it's gonna take some big explosives in order to do so. But I hope she doesn't do anything drastic here. I understand how she feels. Didn't they also use, like, the headsets in order to manipulate people as well?
Hey, Dehya. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, totally not.
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
We gotta catch those.
Shh.
What?
Caravan Ribat is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here.
Yeah, I'm just on holiday.
Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Hopefully Kaya's here, maybe? We haven't seen him in a very long time. Paimon, remember, we're just here for food and to take photos. That is it. And Zhongli's here as well, obviously. Our main guy.
Come on. It's a rare opportunity.
Ooh, something's glowing.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
Who,
You
your
mean
local
You
informants?
don't see anyone you know?
Dehya, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
How did you not see him?
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
They were just on holiday at the moment. Hello, nice to meet you. We're just taking in the area.
Hello! hello. I'm Zaki. Dehya's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways.
Oh, there
Anyway,
you
as far as my friends here,
nights, have you?
they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
We're all the way from Munster.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall.
Hey.
So, Dehya, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
Oh, well,
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how
we see
thoughtful
Jabari
of you.
earlier.
Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Ribat are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Oh, this was just going hard.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Why does this sound like a trap? He sounded rather devious when he spoke. So we're gonna keep our wits about us. We're gonna make sure. Oh, flower. No, oh, yoink. Let me take that. Thank you very much. There's no one here whatsoever. Yeah, this is definitely an ambush.
Are we there yet?
What are you, Donkey from Shrek?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Well, the creature rolls through.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
I knew it! I knew it! The voice acting was good. I knew he was devious.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
Oh, don't worry, I've got Kazuha. They're just gonna be up like a tornado in a minute.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come
They
on,
know why
Dehya.
we're here.
You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there.
Well, well, well.
Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Akademiya to look for the missing scholars.
How dare you say
You've
that?
been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
No, this was intentional. She knew
You
that
left
they
the
knew that
strongest
we were
one in the
listening.
village,
Or they were
didn't ya?
listening.
Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So
Dehya
you and
was already
Delavar
one.
have been partners all along.
Dehya, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
You
But
think
you
that
got
little
one
stick
thing
is gonna
right.
stop us?
We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Akademiya.
Hey, I'd like to see
If
it for
that's
the plot.
case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engur, you're here too, huh?
So they're all just waiting
Long
for
time
us.
no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dehya, I
got a bit
thought
of
that
sass to
you,
him.
a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars.
Hell
All
yeah.
because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
Whoa, whoa,
You're
whoa.
not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As
Just
long
like
as
a
there's
witcher.
a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking. Get him.
Good luck with it. Do they not know who the traveler is?
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Oh, am I going to be able to use Dehya? Because normally they have a trial, didn't they? No. Alright.
Into the wind.
Boys! I don't know what happened. We just ended up getting hit by a tornado.
Impossible. How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all.
You didn't do anything. What's that
And of
shiny
course you would believe
orb?
everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called flame main is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Why does the traveler look like a father?
Lied
with
in
his
the
hands
village
on his hips.
because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Oh, with one swift kick, Dehya knocks
Okay,
that guy
that should be all of them.
Nice.
So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
Yeah, that's why she gave us the eyes, Paimon.
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So, those names you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny names she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
Well, the nicknames really didn't help
Alcohol has a
themselves
way
in
of
battle,
making
did
people
it?
share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's
Yeah,
just a
'cause
numbskull
Jabari-
who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
Zaki's just on the floor like, yes, just pretend I'm knocked out while she's just trash-talking me. So who is the duck-tailed, bearded crook? That's Jabari, the one that we met earlier in the village.
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for you.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
Can we have that playbook if you got
That
it?
thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
I don't think you're that kind of person. Well, honestly, I don't know too much about her, but I don't think the Traveler ever gives Mora out, does he?
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, you're still helping us out. Caught in the
Do you
web.
dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
What?
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Akademiya's trickery.
Oh, hold on. Didn't
But I see
Dendro
through it all.
Archon end up getting
And
captured?
unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never
Nadia,
done
I
anything
think
wrong.
her name was, or something?
Dehya.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Oh, why do we have to tie him up? No, that's just, it's long. Just leave him out in the desert. Let him eat sand. There's like little inklings that are coming back to me. Like, oh, this part of the story, this little bit.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
We will do. Should we go in the
Candace,
tavern and have a
do you
drink?
need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you
We
back
will
here
do.
tomorrow morning, Traveler.
All right, that sounds
As
good
for
to me.
these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Oh, damn, you're thinking of killing them? Eavesdrop?
You heard the question. Now answer me.
He might have sand in his ears. Oh, I gotta wait until the next morning. But have a little look at this map. Look, we have so much to explore. Look at this. There's just so much potential, so much to see, so much to do. Let's skip, shall we, until the next morning. Oh, good morning, Byron.
Hey, Dehya.
Good morning. It's not like we
Right
were
on
standing
time.
there. Well, we were standing out here for 15 hours. Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
Yeah, when did you first meet?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Oh, how'd you
Yep,
know that,
I
Byron?
guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon
Seeing
thinks
where the
you're
more is
great
available.
too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Aw. Little morale boost. Hey, son, I forgot how chill these quests
Sano's
are.
here, and he's pretty early too.
Yeah, it's funny doing what we were
I
doing.
was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Waterboarding, torture, you know, everything in between.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Oh, what's it? It's going to look like a bloodbath in there. What have you done? Taking their ankles out?
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do
A
I?
woman on a mission.
What gave it away?
Those
Oh,
eyes.
there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Did you not get
Yes,
any information
yes,
out?
ma'am.
Oh, I think you did.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Looks like Sino taught her well.
She mastered it really quickly, too. Now, she's just as terrifying as he is.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Discombobulate them
mercy!
knees.
Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
Now lie.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life.
Let's add some spice to Sumeru, shall we?
A war
Is that
would only
Isaac's
cause
granddad
us
or
to
no?
lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
Oh, he's a snitch. Hey.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Damn.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
That's got to be Doctrine? D-O-T-T-O-R-E, I do believe. Where are the villager keepers now?
Not sure.
Well, that's a
That's
lot of
one.
help, isn't it?
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
Well, describe him. What did he look like?
2.
Uh-oh.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Strike 3, you're out.
Please, I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
So now we've got to be pretending to be lured out of the village, so then the guy can end up taking us. Do you have any idea who this mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Can you describe him
that
all
guy,
in blue?
He wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
All right, my
Uncle
old
Anku?
geezer, speak to me.
What do you mean?
What, you don't want to hear what the old man's got to say, Sino? Whoa! Did he just kill him?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Akademiya.
Okay.
Some time ago, people from the Akademiya attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Akademiya was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
I don't think this has
Not
anything
the
to do with
Akademiya
Alhaitham.
again.
In Sumeru City, Saritra also mentioned King Deshret Resurrection is just the Akademiya's misinformation campaign.
Just
I'll go
as
with
I
the top
thought.
one.
But what could they want with the village keepers?
Well, they said in order to sacrifice him, wasn't it?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Akademiya. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
And that was with the Dendro Archon,
Regardless,
I do believe.
our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. pack up and get ready to leave.
I really do hope
You
his
got it.
granddad's still
Candace,
alive.
I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Sounds good. Hey, Alhaitham!
Food in us and then we'll... Woo!
Now, what is Alhaitham up to in this?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
I won't say anything to Paimon. All these pages look riveting. Yes, I'm still thinking.
What's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead. I won't stop you. What are you thinking? What nickname you thinking, Paimon?
Never mind.
Just call him Himbo.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yes, that is what we're doing.
We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Interesting. I still don't know Haytham's, like, motives, or maybe I just can't remember, because it has been quite a while. He's pondering to himself.
Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Who's him?
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
That's true.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Well, would you like to share with the class?
Raman doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
Hey!
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Oh, sorry.
Right here in the village?
Correct.
What was it then?
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
Okay.
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing?
Not very good.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
Not really?
You mean some of them lied to us?
How could they?
Hiding
Unbelievable.
the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember
being
what Candace
skeptical.
said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them.
They just want to get on
By
with their life.
contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new info from someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along.
Jabari?
Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Ah, she doesn't want any sort of trouble.
Don't
within
change
the
the
village.
subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
But not his height.
Right. You were asking about the Mad Scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Then we find out she's a night owl.
Remember, she made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
Because she doesn't want to get involved. She doesn't want
By
to be
getting
a target
involved with
or a
an
house
outsider,
collapse.
she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
Alright, we're going to do it then. We're going to find out the information that she knows. If she knows the appearance of the person that is actually abducting the people. Hello, my lady. Oh, whoa. Oh, there it is. That's the temple that they're doing all the devious stuff from. Like, how could you not tell? All this, that don't normally happen, does it? Huh? Is that normal? I feel like that's where we're going to be going to. Hello?
Miss Shani, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Yeah, we're like neutral.
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on.
Thank you very much.
Earn her trust.
Oh no.
Is it really that simple?
Well, it depends, Palm, on how we
May I
answer these
call you
questions.
Traveler?
Oh yeah, sure thing. Hello.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you
Go on
think
then,
the
ask ahead.
resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
Hell no.
Why's that?
Because it only results in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations.
That's understandable,
Before,
though, to have your guard
I
up.
wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
I can't really say. I don't want to be optimistic and then lead you down a false road, so I'll just stay silent there. I can't promise anything, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation.
Nah, we aliens.
But even so,
we come from the
lots
sky.
of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in.
Mm-hmm.
We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
Look at Paimon giving us a little smile. That's right, buddy.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Well, it's only because we got told by Alhaitham. That's why we ended up coming back.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives.
This quest really
Slowly,
touches on
I just
quite a lot
stopped
of
talking
subjects,
to people.
huh?
I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
Better late than never.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Are you some kind of bat?
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
It could be coming from the pyramid and the way that the wind's going. That's how we're able to hear the cries and stuff. You can make out where the sounds were coming from. Maybe the big gigantic pyramid that's sucking in sand, maybe.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
Oh no. Hey, I've played Silent Hill, I don't know.
Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Oh, maybe we go check out the abandoned hospital. Whoopee! Why not?
Yeah, let's go!
Yeah, let's make this into a horror game now, yes? Let's go and investigate. Oh no, now the ambiance has changed. Making our way to the abandoned hospital. Dar al-Shifa. Oh, look at this place.
Time to go.
Oh, we gonna go probably get down and dirty with all the horror vibes now, Genshin? Is that what we're doing?
Is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And there's sick monsters! Watch out!
What's the boys doing it? What?
As one with wind and cloud.
Why are they chilling in it? Was there food in the hospital? Oh, no match. Enemy reinforcements coming in? Oh, that's a big ball. Ow!
Order guide you.
Have a nuke. Yeah, how's that feel, buddy? Try that on for size. Bruce! Ow, damn it.
It's showtime!
Ooh, that music there. Kicking ass. How we doing, Bruce? Are we doing good, Bruce?
Let's roll.
Hold on.
Stabilize.
Yes. Ooh. Bing bong, bing bong.
Kamisato. Suyu.
Yes, my boy. Finish him. Come on. Come on, little boy. Yes.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Wait, that was a chest. What you were even expecting? Paimon, you done nothing as usual.
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, something like that.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't know, would you? Because you always disappear. Oh, it's the
super
Dendro.
serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, we gotta be his Watson to his Sherlock.
This is the one.
I think I only have Cauliflower as my only Dendro character at the moment. Ah, we found a way in, Batman. And why do them barrels have eyes?
Take a look.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some stonk, shall we? You carefully search the abandoned hospital. No, my chest! My chest better still be out there when I get out.
Hey,
I need them primo gems.
Alhaitham! We haven't found squat! Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
There's a hole behind the bookcase.
Shani says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then...
Alright, let's make a fire then, shall we? And have some good old hilly troll milk. Well, we'll do the same.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read?
Yeah, he's got to have his smut.
Let Paimon see!
No, you're not for your eyes, Paimon. He's reading smut.
Okay, sure.
Paimon! Avert your eyes!
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion?
Travelers like, give me
When
strength.
free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural
Is this what you're like whenever I read
trajectory?
something out loud?
So, you got that?
Nope.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Tartar, as they say. Doodly
He's
doo.
so relaxed. Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Do you know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while either. Maybe it's time to spread your wings and become learned. Does she have even wings? Yeah, what is your true form, Paimon, huh? I know that's not your true form.
Hey, Paimon's your Teyvat travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. Anyway,
Go on then.
it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Okay, Paimon, the best. I was about to say, I don't think the desert like that. Paimon is far from the best. She is the very worst. She is the beast that is contained in this place.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
You hear that?
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is.
Sounds like someone's
It's coming
dog.
from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
They're in a goddamn basement, Paimon. Can you not see?
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Yes, we just opened the hatch,
Something
Paimon.
is off about the interior here.
How would you not notice there's a massive trapdoor? Whoa.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one.
It might be the ancient
Looks
hospital
like
that
there
they
are other
built it on.
mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Well, if the other mechanism is that Dendro Archon, then I've got to get Cauliflower out. Oh, you've taken me outside. Why are there faces on there? And where's my chest? Where's my chest? It bingity boot. Oh, there's a Dendro thing over there. I won't be hitting the explosives, no thank you. Aha. Oh, I need these. Yoink, thank you very much. I'll take them stoinks. I am going to be needing a Dendro character. Alright, Cauliflower, you do your thing. There we go. Lovely jubbly. What have we got? Another 2 more around here. Oh, yay. Oh, this music is such a vibe. While just killing all these, yes, the onslaught will continue. Not having Kazuha. There's the second one, and the third and final one. Is it going to be up the tippity top? Maybe. Yes, it is. We're going to have enemies here, though. Right, let's bring the nuke down. Nice one. All done. Lovely. Now get to the lower level. Get Kazuha back on the team. We might need Cauliflower in just a little bit this week's shift. In case of emergencies, contact the physician on duty immediately. Monday, Ibrahim. Tuesday, blank. Wednesday, Adamu. The remaining sections are blank. Interesting. Got some more world building. Patient, Aberrus, male, 23 years old, mole on the left side of forehead, moly, and left-handed. While his condition remains very serious, survival will be difficult. Without professional medical care, the patient's survivability Once found, immediately inform. Interesting. Don't give up, stay positive. All the beings are under the watchful eye of the divine, so don't ever give up. The rest of the document has been rendered unreadable by weathering. Beings? Yeah, that don't sound good. Keep a balanced diet, rest regularly, and maintain a good mood. Monday is minty beans, soup, tachin, for lunch, and curry shrimp. Salad, bernini, fish with cream sauce, potato boat for dinner. Wednesday, we got beans. And the remaining sections are blank. Oh, you're making me hungry. Stop it. Stop it with all this food. Now, is there going to be any survival? Oh, there is.
There's someone over there.
Don't touch him.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
He probably already knows that we're here, Paimon. If your loud mouth exactly give our position away, huh?
Wait.
What? Is it one of the doctors?
You're...
a mad scholar?
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather.
He hasn't got the mole on the
only one here?
left side.
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
Who?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Akademiya.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how did it become like this, then?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Well, they weren't able to cure him?
There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Oil?
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner.
What?
The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Well, he's one of the mad scholars.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Such a long time ago.
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
I can't remember. It's been so long. Port almost. Oh, is that where everyone was turned zombified? Yes, yes. We get a flashback. Thank you, Gary. Well, that looked like someone going Super Saiyan. The Emirate guy who went mad?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The Akademiya is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
So we're gonna have to go to
First,
Sumeru City then?
The Akademiya spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru Village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru Village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Akademiya. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Akademiya. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an Akademiya plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy,
but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Akademiya that brought the scholars to Aru Village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First,
well, unless they needed
were
their
scholars.
information.
Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see, I see.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Akademiya, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
And that's essentially why they're just mumbling and stuff like that, because they have no knowledge in their head anymore. So they're just kind of like gone back to baby form. How'd you learn of this technology?
I'm the Akademiya scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects.
Because wasn't
anyway,
the Dendro Archon
judging by
also
Rizak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
No, that can't be right. Most of the mad scholars had made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest. That's what the Akademiya is after. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui. The Doctor, yes! Also known as the Balladeer. They're using the divine knowledge capsules to turn the Balladeer into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
But if he keeps consuming everyone's knowledge, he's eventually gonna go mad because he can't contain all of that knowledge. The Akademiya need people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
Well, they'd
the
want
Akademiya is
to
going
the king.
out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Akademiya may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Well,
of course. The Akademiya's actions run contrary to their rules.
Bible, would you be
Whether
okay
it be
with this?
academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed.
That's like the dark
This matter
arts in
needs
Harry
to be
Potter.
corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Try to, anyway.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Your motives are more pacific and personal.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full.
Didn't he end up
That doesn't mean I'm
consuming
willing
one
to
of the
take
divine
action for
knowledge
the sake of a
capsules
few
though?
strangers.
Earlier in one of the parts, though he rejected the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are true to his personal motivations. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally. I like that we're his Watson to his Sherlock.
Raman's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Akademiya, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right.
Take that.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
There it is.
That's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
So the Akademiya needs a reshuffle. So what do we do with him? I don't think there's anything we can do. He's essentially brain dead.
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us.
Do we have
We'll
anything
work out
to
our
cure
next
him?
step after we return to Aru Village.
Alright. Let's return, get some food, and then we'll be good to go. Go back to the village chief's house and meet up with everybody else. Alright, I will see you in just a moment. Time to find out our next course of action back in the house. Hey, hey, hey!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Yes, yes. Have you got any food as well? Oh, what is that? Watermelon?
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Sino.
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
You tell everyone what you saw in the abandoned hospital and share your current history.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the Akademiya's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Because the events that we ended up happening at Sumeru? Oh,
We
'cause
may
ran
have a
into
mole
the
in our
doctor.
midst.
What? We have a snitch?
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Akademiya.
Ooh. It's Paimon, it's Paimon.
Are our friendships that shallow?
Damn, killer!
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
The headset. Care to share your
Sino,
thoughts?
you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Why him?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what's he
Choose
done?
your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
But then we would
So
like
what
to hear
you're
him.
saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
Well, I still don't trust Alhaitham.
I know.
I still have my reasons.
You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra?
Who?
As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details.
Did he used to serve the
Simply
god then,
put,
or under him?
the Akademiya has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
Ooh.
If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Akademiya is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Akademiya has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Akademiya enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
Damn,
You're
they got a
saying
whole
that the Academia
encyclopedia
entered my
on him.
information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
Well, apparently
the
so.
Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Akademiya has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity
So surely
of
we can
will
use
and
that to our
steadfast faith
advantage
are
now,
worthless
though.
to the Akademiya. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself.
Yeah, you didn't know
Not like
anything
any
of it.
of us would have known.
Yeah, exactly.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
Well,
There is
as they
always
say,
an
get back on
opportunity
the
for
horse.
safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the Akademiya is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
One step behind him.
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
You're getting smarter, Paimon. Doubt that.
I
The
must
only
go.
question is, where
There's also something
they
I
going
want
to
to
be?
investigate.
Okay.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
No, we ain't doing no babysitting.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Oh, damn it. I only got to babysit one with Paimon, alright.
Hey, let's go! Remember to pack some food with you!
Well, we actually do need some
Paimon
food.
feels
I'm low on it.
We're missing someone, though.
Well, Dendra. And I like how we didn't listen to Alhaitham and what he said in terms of what he wanted to investigate next.
I'll be awaiting your good news.
Well, hopefully it's good news. We're gonna have to find out. Village Chief, how do you do? And the geezer is no longer here. Alright, let's follow Sino to see where we're going. I feel like we're gonna lead in the direction of the massive pyramid that's input in sand, unless that's just normal around in this desert. Whee! Whoop! Sino, it's lucky that I know how to do them
So,
zips.
where do we go from here?
Anywhere far from here. Sino, do you remember the route
Yes.
you took?
After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Yeah, because he ended up waking up in the desert, didn't he? It's slowly coming back to me. Right, let's go,
I
my
know
boy.
the desert like the back of my hand.
Is
Look
that
how
because you
pretty
played
that
her up?
looks.
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
Damn. Would you look at the sun? You know, you can look at the sun to
something
tell
here.
where you are in the world, especially when
this?
you're playing GeoGuessr.
It's
What have you
buried
found?
in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
Go on then, get the shovel out then.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
You don't even run. You're flying, Paimon. Oh, now isn't the time for complaining, Paimon.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there, it looks like it's buried really deep.
Well, you're not the one that's going to be able to dig it out, are you? With some effort, you managed to retrieve the buried object.
These are likely fragments of an Akademiya-developed device, something
What?
akin to a headset.
Nah, that looks like
there were
something
more
the
than one
Flood would
village
have.
keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Everyone goes in different directions and starts digging in the sand. After a short while, you dig up another device nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
Yeah, they don't look
This is
human, do
definitely
they?
a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been
Well, they got
attacked
in-
along the way.
Yeah, they got interrupted.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Well,
Rizak
that's on
didn't
you,
display
Paimon, if
any
he
signs
isn't.
of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing.
Yes.
Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
When did the sandstorm happen? I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
No, maybe over by the massive pyramid. I keep saying, maybe they're over there.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon?
Thank you, Isaac.
Is flying over sand tiring too?
No, it isn't. She's lying.
Of course it is.
She's like, thank you, Isaac, for acknowledging that. Can we get some W's in the chat for Isaac? Smart young kid. He's going places. Oh, that is some eerie music to accompany this place.
Voices.
Yes,
Don't get
it
any
was me
closer.
commentating.
They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
No, you little mug!
Hey, what are you doing?
He's gonna get our cover blown. I was complimenting him
Didn't
just a
you
minute
say
ago.
You'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
She follows the Mora, remember?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself. I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Probably on our side, but
Shut
pretending
it,
to be on their
Paimon.
side.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret.
Oh, all
Once
right.
our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
He ain't
Face
returning,
the facts,
Captain Hook,
Raman.
alright?
It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
Well,
It's
looks like we're
not
gonna
too
take
late
it down.
yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the Akademiya? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes.
Wow.
We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Akademiya.
Well, they're
With
playing
these
you like a
scholars
fiddle,
in
boy.
our custody, we'll stomp the Akademiya's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Akademiya controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Akademiya, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Akademiya to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata have to say?
That is why I'm
Filthy
out.
traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile.
You can say that again.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Akademiya?
Huh? Alhaitham? What's this?
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Akademiya. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
He is.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
I'll go as well.
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
I'll come along with Alhaitham.
What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
And who's actually behind all of this?
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Akademiya.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Akademiya?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the Akademiya. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Akademiya's way of doing things?
It doesn't seem very legal of them taking people.
You
like,
Akademiya
memories
scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast.
Oh, what's Dehya got to
Alhaitham,
say now?
do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
Do you trust her,
We've
man?
known each other for years. Of course I do.
Then take us hostage, then.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
What?
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Akademiya, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dehya. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
Just like Johnny Silverhair.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Is she really going to take that off?
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
I feel like she's going to end up following through with it, though.
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Ooh. What do you mean cut it off? Is there not like an attachment function that I could just...
No!
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no.
what are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Do it. Dehya! Dehya! Think about this.
Dehya, run!
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. Ah, ha, ha. Ooh, brace yourself, it's gonna sting a little bit. Why are we going in slow-mo?
Stop!
What if he ended up following through?
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Sounds good. How would you like me to turn up? Ball and gagged, or bag over my head and some rope, or like, what are we thinking? That was tense. Glad we made it out of that one.
On him not going through with it.
Oh, you trying to call his bluff?
That was crazy. Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Please don't ever do that again. I'll be worried about you. No, don't ever do that again.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from.
Well, we just
Even
want
if
to
we
make sure
got
the
rid
village
of one
keepers are
bunch
safe.
of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
Yeah, they are your
sorry,
friends
Dehya.
after all.
I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Oh, we gotta hope his
Whatever it
grandpa's
takes.
still alive.
You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
I think he was just stating the truth.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Alright, let's have some food and sleep, then you all return to Aru Village and rest in your rooms for preparation. But what are the chances of success? What are the stakes? Why did that go so quick? What do I think I am, Eminem? I'm just gonna be spitting bars continuously all the way. Wait until the following morning. Alright, let's do that then. Gather at the entrance of the village. We stood there for 12 hours once again. Solid. The old man tried to beat me. I see him standing out there, but he couldn't quite hack it. His old legs gave out. Good morning, people. I'm ready to be a hostage today.
You're so early.
Looks
maybe
like we
we're
have
late,
everyone
Paimon.
here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dehya, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Oh.
Okay, let's go then.
I'm on my way.
Dehya, wait.
What?
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Who snitched last night? Was it you, Isaac?
Fine.
Someone was snitching. We have another mole. Go to the agreed location. Oh, that's over that. Damn, that's a long way away. I will see you in just a moment with the power of editing.
One eternity later.
Oh, the ambiance is definitely... Look how big that my friend. This is you. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, there's a chest. Hold on, there's a couple of domains that I've ran past now that seem to be underneath the sand. I don't know if there's any way that I can actually change that. But look at the sheer scale of this place. It is nuts. Editing was definitely needed. This did take me a while in order to get over to this location. I might end up needing that scarab for leveling up with certain characters. I don't know. But man, oh. This looks so cool. I can't wait to be a hostage to go in there. Yippee! Yippee! Sometime later, I finally arrived.
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
You didn't have to admit that, Paimon. Not here on now.
Is everything ready?
Yes, of course it is.
Absolutely. Although,
Where's your
You
rope?
brought fewer people than I imagined.
Who's that old geezer? Oh, is that
Bring him
Grandpa?
over.
Damn, that fit looked cool.
Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
He's the only
It's a
one left.
one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
How am I gonna get in there, though?
You stay right there!
Oh, damn, was she kicking their ass? Oh, she's had enough. Yeah, we got a cutscene. We got cutscene worthy. Oh! Damn, she got the run up like Sonic.
Wait, mate! What do you think you're doing?
Stay back, Isaac.
Don't you see this blade here?
Oh no, he's not even conscious.
Coward, why are your hands shaking?
That's a goddamn earthquake.
Earthquake!
Oh, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening to Grandpa? What? Is he protecting us or sucking us in? So he was conscious this entire time, he was just faking it? Where are we?
Paimon's dizzy.
Yeah, but where are we, Paimon? Ooh, ooh, is everyone okay? That music.
This day's going just great.
Well, if it weren't for his grandpa, we would have been dead.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
Oh, no doubt. Interesting. You finally believe me.
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
What is that massive thing
There used
behind
to be
you?
a temple here?
There's a temple underneath the temple.
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now.
That's the
It
thing.
could have been an
What's
underground
underneath
palace in
some
the
of the
distant
deserts
past.
in the world?
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
No, don't praise him. God,
And his men too?
don't swear at us
They
like
must have
that.
fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me.
I don't think
Most
they
of
were
them
too
seem
lucky.
in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
Oh, alright, let's all just take a trip inside of the weird temple.
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Well, unless she still has some sort of control inside of that bubble that
Indeed.
she's being held
In
in.
my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
You're
I'll
probably
just
gonna
let
leave
them
them
lay
there.
here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Alright, let's see what's inside then. Desert Raider achievement. Yes, I'll take them 3 primo gems. Thank you very much, game. Enter the mysterious ruins. Ooh. Recommended level 82. Yeah, we should be good to go. Look at our boys. I love how they've changed that. I probably was a long time ago, but that's new to me. The way that they've actually changed where they actually position themselves is nice. Whoa.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
That music's divine.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Raman here?
Are you
I'd be worried if we did.
me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Unless the
Whatever you
doctor's
say.
using her energy
It's
in order
not
to
like
resurrect.
I have a vision.
There's
Resurrect
nothing
the
to be
king.
angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange.
Hmm.
If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Let's get on it then, shall we? Proceed deeper within the ruins. What are these? Rotate. Oh, I have a puzzle! Look up at the hall as a mortal and listen to King Deshret's holy guidance. Look up at the hall. The hall. Over there, not there. I say we just brute force this. There you go, I just... you just brute force it. Don't know what it meant in terms of the puzzle. I've done a load of puzzles with Silent Hill 2. I just didn't know what they were referring to with that one. Oh, I was about to say, is there anyone actually in here that wants to try and kill me? Oh, ping pong, how does that feel, boys? Lovely jubbly. One set of enemies down. Where are the others? Hey! Oh, yes! I'll be taking that right off your hands.
Fallen leaves.
Stop the shit. Thank you very much.
The depth of that.
My damage dealing balls. I don't get me wet like that. Stop that. Finish him off. Nice. Oit. Get out of here, you little marshmallow. Ooh, an exquisite chest for an exquisite man like Zhongli, yes. We take that. Do you have any more chests for me? Oh, a revealing door. Oh, another revealing door. Ooh. Oh. Excuse me. Can I have them stoinks, please? Another puzzle for me to solve. Oh, yoink. There we go. Yes. I'll be taking them off your hands, buddy. Oh, that's taking me into another crevice. What? Ooh, investigate. Apples? Who's burying apples into the ground? Alright, time to order. Goodbye, mushrooms. Say goodbye to the ancient civilization. So there are going to be none left of them. What happened? I don't know. Zhongli just come. Oh, activate elevator. Alright, hold on. A bing bang boom. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how Zhongli come down here and nuke the whole place. Kinda like that time that everything turns to salt.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Lovely.
It's showtime!
Go on, Bruce. Look at the dome. Look at the dome. Lovely. Cheers, boys, for the stonks. I'll take that. It's going to take me years in order to get to adventure rank 55. I don't need to activate that elevator because that's where we just came from. Unless that's all that was in here for me was the... Oh... A mysterious message. After 6 days infiltrating the temple, I finally understand the priest's parlor tricks. The elevator will descend to the ground. Get on top of it before it starts ascending again to reach the dome. Nonsense like the forbidden ground ahead, mortals shall not pass, or whatever are just made up by the priest to hoodwink us. I leave this method here in hopes that the king people of Deseret who shall travel here in the future shall freely enjoy the privilege of witnessing his sacred presence. Ah, thank you, unknown person. I do appreciate that. So bing bong. This is where one must stand as the elevator ascends again. Can someone call the elevator, please? Paimon! Lovely work, Paimon! We are up and out of that wretched place. Ooh. Well, isn't this quite the gathering? Time to get high on the mushrooms.
Sumeru!
Don't go down the elevator.
Order
guide you. I still love that Bruce. Nice one, Bruce. Keep it going, keep it going. Lovely. Oh, we have another puzzle that I can brute force, I see. Would you look at that? I'm a goddamn genius. Woo! Elevator. Oh no. I weren't supposed to go down. Why do I feel like we got to do the exact same again and go all the way up to the tippity top?
Now that's a sight to see.
Oh, maybe not.
King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
But the desert used to be full of greenery though, didn't it? If I remember correctly. Into the portal I go. Oh, no. Oh. I was not expecting that. Huh?
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
I was expecting to be in, like, the middle of the temple. Anubis. So that would represent Zino, wouldn't it?
Wait. What's that?
That's you, my boy.
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
Looks like a tomb. Oh, is that where King Deshret is?
King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
Oh, don't read it out loud. No, don't read that out loud.
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
Oh, at least. I'm sorry.
Serious, right?
Yes, he is.
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Unless the Dendro Archon is here.
Analyzing.
Excuse me?
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Okay.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Akademiya's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself.
Yeah, so and then he wouldn't
You'll
doubt you if you
understand
talk
after
about the
watching it.
information. Yeah, because if he spoke about the information that he's just been able to consume, he wouldn't believe him. I'm gonna have Palpatine showing up on the hologram, am I?
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague.
And that's what's happening again
People's
now.
minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru Village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Oh, wow.
What was that?
That was deep.
The priest's memories.
So,
No!
is Sino one of the
impossible.
priests as well, then?
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly
insane.
The former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
Oh, what's the main character thinking? Greater Lord came to the rescue of King Deshret and his people, but eradicating the forbidden knowledge took so much of her power. The two deity followers have resented each other all of this time, completely unaware that their gods struck by each other through life.
You
and
might
death.
be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving
Obviously not.
followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru Village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refuse to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans, fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
So hopefully after this, the two sides can unite as one. It'll
You
probably
were
take time.
blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart,
you wouldn't have believed it.
How could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Well, you
Raman,
see the
that's
hologram.
enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dehya, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Ram takes some time to collect his thoughts while the rest of the Raman's reactions is nothing strange to any believer in the truth. Okay, that just goes way too fast.
I'll live. Thanks.
It's all just a sudden
probably
shock for him, though.
Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
Well, is there some sort of way that we can play the video?
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dehya, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
Thank you.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow. I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side.
Alright, good luck with that
And
one.
I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
Well, the doctor's not going to be liking this, is he? If everyone kind
You
of
seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
Mm-hmm. You tell him, boy.
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured things out now.
Raman's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
Yeah, this is a term for the better.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
That sounds good, Paimon. Sounds good to me. Oh. Sino.
We're leaving!
Stop yelling.
You tell her. I still think Sino is one of the priests as well. Leave the ruins. I will do once I have taken my stoics. Thank you, sire. We made our way over to the Eremites' hideout. It took quite a while to get over here, but we got some stoics in between, so that's good. Can we have the village keepers back, please?
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru Village shortly.
Lovely. So why did we have to travel the way out here then?
Thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
Shake it.
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
Ooh. Now, is this someone that we're going to know, or... Oh.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
These some of the sages? What do you have to say for yourself?
Scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
Well, he's not going to be a happy bunny, is
General
he?
Mahamatra? No, no. Make it quick, please. Swift and painless.
Alright.
The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost!
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
Well,
No,
speak up. Who
not
is it?
Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Go on, I'd like to see
Start
what
talking.
you can do.
Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other
Yes,
methods.
torture.
So,
yes.
Your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Well, we're aware of that.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Oh, say something, man.
Talking or you'll be sorry.
Look at Paimon being the bad cop.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
May I ask them a question?
Be my guest.
The sages are trying to create a new god, aren't they? Ooh. Ooh, that would be spicy.
Sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
Yeah, how did we come to
you
that
know?
conclusion?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Akademiya is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru.
Oh,
It may
damn.
seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The
so what
sages
is
have
it?
tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm
Irminsul
always
was
hearing
the
them
tree,
say things
wasn't
like,
it?
if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Akademiya's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Akademiya. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
Oh,
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of Akademiya looks like.
First, the Akademiya spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zebzerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's
Yeah,
output.
I remember that. It
With
was
the
up on
Doctor's
like the
help,
bridge
and the
overpass,
Akasha
wasn't
now
it?
functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
And to do that, they
Adds
done it
up.
through the Academia. Through like the headsets and the
But
people
how
that
do
were
you
connected
determine
already.
whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Akademiya has been trying to figure out the exact source of the scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Alhaitham.
But
If
we
it's
know what
knowledge
the
no mortal
source
can
of it is.
comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
But the sage's end product won't be the greater Lord Rukkhadevara. No, it won't. It will be the Balandir.
You must have noticed by now. The Akademiya doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the
So they're going to
darkness
create
for the
this new
duration
god
of
and
their
pose it
lives.
off as
Then what
Lord
does
of
Lesser
Rukkhadevara.
Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
They
From the
don't like the
beginning,
current one.
the Akademiya has never treated her as a god. When the Akademiya first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she
dumb as
possessed no more
rocks.
intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening, This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away.
Well, that is only
Not
because
to
she
mention
ended
that Lesser Lord
sacrificing
Kusanali's
herself.
gnosis has been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom.
There's no
Slowly
thought
but
process
surely,
behind
people began to forget about her
Paimon.
existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Even now, they still refuse to acknowledge Lesser Lord Kusanali. I never imagined a god could be subject to such cruelty.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Yeah, they ain't getting away with it.
Sure, as you wish.
So we gotta make sure this puppy doesn't come to life with us. Go back to the village chief's house. So you made me come all the way out here just for a little talk, a little chit-chat? God damn it. Alright, let's get back.
Village
Hello,
keepers
I'm
you've found
back.
have all been returned to their homes.
That's
and
good
each
to
one
hear.
has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
They should be arrested, I think.
The atmosphere is so heavy.
Oh yeah, because they want to create a new god, Paimon. Is it hard to not feel weighed down by just what we've learned? Despite everything that Lesser Lord Kusanali has done for her people, the Akademiya has abandoned her in the sanctuary of the Sumeru like a lost cause. Even though she's protected, has never realized that such a small and childlike god in the world.
Say something! Stop spacing out!
So
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Hold on.
In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Could Paimon have done the exact same thing in order to protect Teyvat a long time ago? Because she is like a small child. Maybe she done the same as the lady as well.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh, what snacks are we thinking of?
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you.
Because then she wouldn't have no memory of what she done
Do you
previously.
have any plans, traveler?
Maybe that's already
That's
a theory. You're
above.
gonna have
You're
to
not
let me know.
talking about work, are you?
I want to share everything I know with all of you.
So you were still withholding some information?
Yes, I'm sorry, I had my reasons, but now I know we're all in this together. Yeah, I had my doubts about you, Alhaitham. In between the conversations, Candace and Paimon bring over the snacks and tea. Oh, lovely, you brought over the tea. Dehya's expression is relaxed and her mood hasn't been affected by the heavy conversation at all. Sano has a firm and solemn expression on his face. It looks like he's made up his mind about something. Alhaitham also turns towards the crowd. He wants to listen. After the whole story comes out, all the experiences, feelings, and secrets are shared freely with everyone. To share everything
Even
means
though
to
we
consider
lived through
everyone.
all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
That's everything we've experienced so far in
What a
Sumeru.
whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at
Still,
them having a little chill
now's a
break.
good time to make our next move. Now that Raman's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Yeah, but we don't even know where this puppet's
Indeed.
going to be.
These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Yes, we are. Yes, page
Crush
147.
the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
I will do my utmost. It's not like that's to just crush the sages and rescue a god. It's a normal Tuesday.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Sounds good to me.
It'll work out for sure.
That's the positivity we need in this group, Paimon. Hey, and there we have it. Act 4 is completed. So Act 5 is already out, as you know. I'm really behind. So we can do that, the new quest. Oh, it already wants me to continue. But this is where I'm going to be leaving this video here. I'm going to claim my stoinks. Thank you for the Primos game. And I will pick up Genshin for the next act. We got Act 5 to do. I don't know how many quests we got after, but I'm not really bothered. I'm just going to go with the flow. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.